Peace. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Sincere 7, Psychonaut Academy at Detroit. You know what I mean? Florida edition, coming to you live and direct. So I just came on to kick it for a minute. You know, Mr. Controversial. I'm always talking that shit. Y'all be mad. I'll be like, so what? You know? So I'm kind of like, I'm like, I'm, I'm, I'm just paying attention. I'm paying attention. I'm seeing all of the comments, and I'm amazed, you know. And for me, I'm like, oh, this seems like uh, this seems like 2020 all over again. I don't know, like I literally I'm just laid back and I'm paying attention and I'm watching, you know. So apparently, we all know that half of Outkast, Andre 3000, you know, one of our uh, favorites, one of everybody's favorite rappers, has came out with an album, a new album, dropped a new album, and you know everybody was anticipating it. And then about 2 days ago, we found out that there will be no bars on this album. It will not be a rap album. It will be um, a a album of flutes. And so when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's what's up. I don't want to hear it, you know, like, I'm not interested. And I don't mean I'm not going to listen to it. I'm saying that the anticipation that I was having to hear another album follow up by Andre 3000, when I found out there will be no bars, I was like, oh, that's kind of disappointing, you know. Now, me personally, let me just speak personally first, okay? um, I've always enjoyed Andre 3000 because of um his what's the word, y'all? He's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he's not saying what other people are saying. He's not focused on what other people are focused on. So it's like he's always been one of them ones like, oh, I can't wait to hear this, right? Um, so then when it was said that, oh, he's coming out with a album with flutes and things, you know, I let it be known, like, oh, I ain't really, you know, and people acted as if like I'm fucked up because I'm not anticipating. Listen, he was a rapper that I liked, right? So I wanted to hear what he had to say. Like 17 years, a lot of shit has changed in our community. A lot of stuff has happened. And so it was like, I wouldn't mind, you know, checking this out, hearing what he had to say. And now I have heard some interviews where, you know, he was saying, well, at this age, I don't have things to rap about and all of that. And I'm like, that's cool. That's fine, you know. And with that being said, I'm not in a hurry to listen to your flute album because I was anticipating hearing bars from Andre 3000. And so I kind of got aggravated at people jumping out, if you just the stupid shit that people are saying. And I'm going, why are y'all saying this shit? Because me personally, that's why I'm speaking personally. Me personally, I've been in what we are calling the Psychonaut community for over 15 years. I've been doing mushrooms. I've been doing ayahuasca. I've been doing all of the DMT, 5-MeO, animal medicines. I've been doing all of this. And I've also been listening to music that has flutes, that has wind instruments, that has string instruments. Do y'all know who Ravi Shankar is? Like, I'm not new or not opposed to it, but for me it was like, oh, if my favorite basketball player of all time, and I don't watch sports, was Michael Jordan, and then I hear, oh, Michael Jordan is about to make a return, and I'm like, oh shit, bet. And they like, yeah, when he comes back, he's gonna be golfing. I'm not about to be, oh, I can't wait. I'm going to watch the golf and I'm going to watch, and he's going to be the greatest thing to go. And I ain't watched no golf in over fucking ever years. So I was kind of disappointed with hearing people that I was familiar that don't even listen to music that is instrumentals and all of these types of things, actually trying to degrade and down people for saying they didn't want to hear it. Okay? So I'm like, oh, All right, so then all of a sudden the album drops, and now I'm seeing everybody talk about, oh, this is a Psychonaut thing, and this is for mushrooms, and this is for, ILI, and I'm going, wait a minute. How many mushroom trips you been on? And furthermore, why the fuck I gotta listen to a Andre 3000 to find heal? He dropped a healing album. Y'all know how healing instruments are? No, but apparently you do now because Andre 3000 is playing an instrument. Listen, I ain't got no problem for nobody who wants to hear it. Matter of fact, I've heard 90% of people say that album is fire. So now I'm like, oh shit, word. So he doing his thing. Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out one day. It might be 3, 4, 5 months down the line. I'm not in a hurry because I've been doing works. I didn't jump up this morning and say, let me throw on some meditation music. Now all of a sudden he drops his album and everybody all of a sudden is master meditators, master psychonauts. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, what y'all been doing since 2020 when everybody all of a sudden jumped up and started doing mushrooms and started doing, it's like, it's trendy. And that's what I don't like. I don't like trendy. Now, let me be clear. Be it that I've been here and I've been doing the works. Now, I just would like to let you all know who listening to the album and who are saying this is Psychonaut music. All right, well, if you need some organic technologies, reach out. You know what I'm saying? If you need some organic technologies to go with this new Andre 3000 album, reach out. Inbox me. Get you 7 grams. Go in on the album. I keep hearing everybody talk about this is a Psychonaut thing. It's a Psychonaut thing. How if the album just dropped and you listened to it this morning? I don't do groupie and following type of shit. Like, I'm not going to go in and say, oh, this is all of this. How many of you have done a 7-gram trip while listening to the album? See, a lot of people have not done in space experiences with these things and are presenting it as if this is the new way to act, to give everybody around you the idea that you're a super psychonaut or that you're about healing or you're like, I mean, okay, cool. So he dropped the album and all of a sudden it's healing y'all. Is Andre 3000 album is healing you all? What? Furthermore, why you I don't want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like that, but I got questions. Is that all right? I got questions. What makes this a Psychonaut album? If you haven't went in on 7, 10, 15 grams and listened to it, now if you want to say this is a meditation, I see a lot of people saying this their meditation music. Okay, that's cool. Me personally, when I meditate, I transcend. So I don't need music to assist me in my meditation. I'm not knocking nobody and I'm not better than nobody. Every time I get to share my opinion, some assholes come with this, oh, I'm offended and now I got to defend myself and start talking shit to you. I'm not talking shit to y'all. I'm saying my viewpoint around this whole thing about what I'm seeing in our community and how things just seem to be so trendy. And it's like nobody wants to miss the trend. Nobody wants to be the last one to say, yeah, I checked it out. It's all right. I seen one person like, yo, I checked it out. I wasn't happy. Like, what the fuck is this? I want to hear some and I was like, that's an honest, response. What I'm not really kind of feeling is like the people who have never ever from their own mouths, people who don't listen or haven't listened to instrumental and flute music and all of this, now all of a sudden, it's the greatest thing since, sliced bread. I'm just confused. Bridget said, what's the questions? Okay, here's the question. What makes it a Psychonaut album? That's my first question. You know what I'm saying? Because, dealing with psychonauts, we're dealing with basically altered states of consciousness. So you telling me he played the flute and this is the greatest thing? Like, who has went in on, some dosages and listened to the album? Because then I could respect that. If this had been a week later, somebody was like, y'all went in on 10 grams and listened to that Andre, and I'm telling y'all blank, 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 then I'm like, oh shit, I can dig it. I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say, I have had a couple people hit me up like, hey, I need some organic technologies. I haven't heard them speak on the album yet. And I'm going, oh, shit. So do we got some people out here who's serious about connecting things with Psychonaut? Because what I'm seeing, and I'm watch this, listen to me clearly. I jumped on the bandwagon. I'm like, oh, so we're just gonna act like this is a Psychonaut album and start talking about it and trying to get the people that are listening to us to somehow think that this has something to do with what we have. So that's why I'm like, oh, well, if it's a Psychonaut album, hit me up, get you 7 grams. Hit me up, get you some, you know what I mean, organic technologies. Then talk about it, because then I will be interested. Anybody that I know just went in on 7 of them, I got this joint called Dark Side of the Moon. These new mushrooms. Let me tell y'all, when I say powerful, I would like to hear somebody say, I went in on 7 grams and listened to this album, and this is what I brought back. He said it's semantics. People try to place it into context, wordy stuff. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. And now let me be clear. Anybody who's listened to the album and is enjoying it, that's what's up. I'm having an issue with people who are, listen, I seen somebody who I consider a friend came on and said some shit about, oh, if you don't have the bandwidth to be able to recognize how deep this is, then just say that. Wait a minute. Bandwidth? What are you talking about? Why are people coming out talking shit about people who are saying, I ain't really in no hurry? That's what I'm saying. I ain't came out talking shit about people who listening to it. That's your motherfucking business. But if I'm saying, 3 stacks, man, I want to hear some bars. Don't start coming and telling me that I don't have the capacity to be a Psychonaut and I don't have the, shut your ass up. You done did over 100, 200 motherfucking over 7 gram trips, then don't tell me about my bandwidth. Come on now, y'all stop it. And this is what I mean about trendy. It's trendy. Listen, that's the #1 fucking trend on Facebook right now. You know how I know? Because I scroll shit all day. I scroll Facebook all day. And I'm like, all I'm seeing is, oh, this Andre album is great. Oh, this Andre album is great. Oh, this Andre. Like, all right, cool to you. I wanted to hear bars. Like, I like hearing individuals' mindsets and what they're delivering. You know what I'm saying? Now, am I gonna listen to the album? I think I will. I think I will. He said, call in. What you mean call call in? What you talking about? What you talking? That's my pastor, y'all. That's my pastor talking to me. Hey, brother, love, peace, fam. What going on? Oh shit, Sundara. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do this because, you know. But yeah, so I just wanted to, I really wanted to come on and talk a little shit, y'all. Y'all know how I do. Okay, here we say, I heard Drake barred up. I gotta listen still though. I ain't sure what I'm not sure. I ain't sure what you meant by that. He said get some people to call in and talk. Oh, get some people to call in and talk. Hey, like shit, I'm not opposed to it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody on the gram want to hop in on the because on the other one I'm on what is this called? StreamYard. So it streams all the platforms all at once. So the only one that somebody can call, you know, hit me up on is in the Instagram. So I'm the Detroit Medicine Man on Instagram. Hey y'all, if y'all ain't subscribed to my YouTube channel, the Psychonaut Academy Detroit, the pad, go ahead and do that. You get all the videos just straight to you like that. But yeah, if anybody on the ground want to come on and give a, you know, testimony to the album or how you interface with the album, you know what I'm saying? Because for those people who listen to it while meditating, okay, I got you. I can get that. You get up in the morning, you on your meditation shit, you listen to meditation music. Some people listen to meditation, or excuse me, some people meditate to transcend, some people meditate to ground. So with that being said, the people who listen to the morning meditations and, you know what I'm saying, got the music going and all of that, I can understand that. So if a person saying, yo, this is some awesome fire meditation music, that's dope. But I'm just like, yo, how all of a sudden did this become the Psychonauts, you know what I'm saying, soundtrack all of a sudden. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it just because it's flutes? Is it just because it's Andre? That's what I'm really trying to figure out, is how did this album become, if you a Psychonaut and you ain't listening to this, something wrong with you. Like, man, get the f out of here, man. Get out of here. First of all, you know, the people who go in on their trips, I tell them, in your first 3 trips, you don't need no music. Don't have no music, because what a lot of y'all don't understand is when you listen to music, when you go through these trips, a lot of y'all tap into these people's energy and soul. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that man personally. Do I think he fucked up? Nah, but I don't know what he go through in his life and his heart and his soul and his mind and all that. So when I go in on my organic technologies, I'm not trying to tap into nobody else's consciousness. And that's anybody. This ain't no diss to Andre 3000. That's why I'm kind of like, what are people saying with this whole, it's a Psychonaut thing? Now, if it's a relaxation album, I could dig it. Like I said, a meditation album, I could dig it. But how all of a sudden is this became Psychonaut 101? If you ain't listening to Andre, you ain't no real Psychonaut. Shut the hell up. You, anybody who says that ain't no real Psychonaut. Anybody who says if you can't listen to or don't want to hear Andre 3000's album, you're not a real Psychonaut, you're not a Psychonaut and have no idea what's being a Psychonaut is about. Microdosing and trips are different, right? Yeah, for sure. Microdosing. So, like, now, if you microdose and you chill off of it, that's understandable, because that's kind of like in the realms of meditating. You know what I'm saying? But altering that state of consciousness, how many? Do you mess with terpenes? Terpenes? You talking about some cannabis? Kawan, Plain, talk to me, man. What you talking about? Come on, be specific, because we talking about Andre 3000 and mushrooms and Psychonauts, and you asking me about terpenes, so I don't know if I'm misunderstanding what you're asking or not. So, do I mess? Better yet, what do you mean? Do I mess with terpenes? Be more specific. What does mess with mean? Do you mess with? I'm not understanding. So, yeah. So he said, I agree with you. Hey, you know, I'm just sharing my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sharing my thoughts. And it's like, whenever something trends, I always see where, like, if somebody doesn't jump on the trend and people like, oh, you're just not this and you're just not that, and it's like, are y'all serious? Stop it. Like, that's the part that be getting me kind of like, are y'all even really Psychonauts if that's how y'all feel about somebody who don't give a damn about hearing something that they not interested in? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just wanted to just come on and share my, you know what I'm saying, my thoughts around this, because I'm typing and I'm sharing, you know, I'm sharing this and I'm sharing that. I'm not opposed to anybody. Like, I'm seeing where people like, yo, man, that album was it wasn't, you know, that's not what I wanted to hear. Do you use liquid terpenes? For what? Like, I don't even understand what this has to do with what we talking about. So, Kawan Plain, I invite you to inbox me if you got something you want to talk about. You know, when I be on my videos or whatnot, I like to talk about the things that I'm talking about in the video, because it'd be like, I've been here all week. You ain't hit me once about no terpenes. So now I'm kind of wondering why you asking me about terpenes while we talking about, you know, Andre 3000, the new album, Psychonauts, meditation. You bringing up cannabis and terpenes. I'm not understanding why, or what this has to do with where we at. You know what I'm saying? So inbox me, you know. But other than that, like, so I'm a question anybody out here who has, you know what I'm saying, chomp down on 3.5 to 7 grams and listen to the album. That's my question. Anybody actually did some Psychonaut work and listen to the album, or is it all just, it's trending, so I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna listen to it in the morning and then talk about how great it is? Because that's cool. I'm just wondering how it became Psychonaut album of the year. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard nobody speak about, you know, a lot of the Psychonaut music that's been out. You know what I'm saying? I could start naming, but I would have to go look up the people's names, because they names be like Indian, and like I said, Ravi Shankar, and like I said, I gotta look at these people's names. I don't be knowing them by heart, but they're in my playlist where it's like, oh yeah, I'm about to go in. Let me put this on. Because I know, because I already took trips with them. I know, like, oh shit, you listen to this while taking a trip. This is Psychonaut music, right? And then, you know, to be honest, one person's Psychonaut music might not be another person's Psychonaut music. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm kind of like bothered that people like all of a sudden are trying to make Andre 3000, if you don't listen to this, you're not a psychonaut. Like, come on, y'all, stop it. Some people, I don't know what some people listen to when they go in, but people listen to all different types of shit. And I'm just trying to figure out why all of a sudden everybody's screaming this is Psychonaut music. It's like I'm calling groupies. Like, to me, that's some groupie shit. Like, unless you actually have went into the Psychonaut realm and utilized it in that, for that, then how is it that the day it came out, now everybody's swearing that this is Psychonaut music? This sounds trendy to me. It sounds like everybody just wants to be the first to say, or the first to, you know what I mean? I'm not really one of those. It's the newest style for a period. That's what I'm saying. So since it's new and all it is, then, my thing is, shit, sit on it for a minute. Listen to it. Deal with it. Exercise with it. Go in on some trips with it. You know what I'm saying? Really, really interface with it. You know what I'm saying? And then come back. But no, I got to be the first one to tell everybody that it's I'm not convinced. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me, but I'm not convinced. It just sounds trendy, and I'm all down for supporting. You know what I'm saying? I'm all down for supporting, but I just feel like, and so even to the people who are saying this is Psychonaut music, I'll ask, what makes it Psychonaut music? You know what I'm saying? I would like to ask, like, if that's something that you're saying, can you give me an example of more Psychonaut music? Because nobody, like, I can have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? With 15 years experience dealing with these organic technologies, dealing with ayahuasca, dealing with all of these different things. People talking out the sides of their faces. Well, I'm just trying to figure out, where are they coming from, to be honest. That's where I'm at. Where because this whole ideology of it's a Psychonaut album, like, all right, what makes it that? And then give me other examples. If people hear you out, your point is clear. This is my opinion. It's just my opinion. But yeah, what's some other Psychonaut music? For you to tell me this is a Psychonaut album, well, I need to hear what's your opinion of what other Psychonaut albums are there. Like, so that way I can be like, oh, well, if you call that a Psychonaut album, then yeah, for sure, you on point. I know what you're talking about. But I don't know. I'm seeing a bunch of people who, take mushrooms and sell different entheogens and all of that, speaking as if this is the newest, greatest thing. But I'm like, damn, that's the same thing people was doing in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Swearing that, like, everybody now is a gatekeeper, a shaman, a psychonaut, and this and that, because it was a trend, because, the whole COVID had everybody off work with the ability to go in on mushrooms and interface and all of that. And it's 2023, and I'm going to tell y'all this. I run the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. That year, how many grams of organic technology that left my house has not been touched since. It's not as many people saying the same thing. It's not as many people doing the same thing. It's not. Like, come on, let's stop it. And I like what my man said. That's because all the people who have been, getting exposed. Like, because a lot of people started to utilize everybody else's interest as a way to finance themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was like, wow. This is why, since 2020, if y'all ain't noticed, I've been backing up out of the Psychonauts, you know what I'm saying, type of realm of business. I've been in the healing realms. Y'all can have it. Everybody out here now is, I got people out here who's selling mushrooms that don't even take them. So it's like, I be seeing the trends. I see them coming a mile away. You know what I'm saying? We got 1,000 gatekeepers. We got 500 mushroom sellers. We got 200 mushroom chocolatiers. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got all of these people who are coming up out of the trends, trying to make, financial gains. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But me personally, I do think that there's something wrong with individuals who really ain't about this life, you know what I'm saying, that are using our culture, okay, as a financial footing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why when things get trendy, I get turned off, because I be seeing, like, man, I've been doing this shit, like I said, over a decade, and been dedicated and been in over and over and actually dealing with and actually helping other people to go into these realms and to heal and find their, find their ways again, right? So for me, it ain't nothing new. But when I see, hundreds of people that just jump in and then all of a sudden, have all of these opinions. See, because let me just be clear, that's the part that I'm talking about is what people are saying. These opinionated people speaking about, you know what I'm saying, what you do or what you say or why you ain't this or why you ain't that. You know what I mean? And that right there is basically the part that kind of is bothersome to me, if I may say that. It was an initial thought. Wouldn't it be cool to trip to this? They haven't done it yet. It's just an idea. I agree. And that's all I'm saying. So how is it the number one Psychonaut album? And if you don't like Andre 3000, then you're just too slow, and you're just like, come on, y'all, stop with this trying to shame somebody for not doing something that you just fucking listened to 3 hours ago. You ain't even listened to the shit 3 times, but all of a sudden you have the opinion that anybody who ain't tapped in and tuned in and feel like this is the greatest album, they're just not psychonauts. They're not spiritual. They're not on their healing journey. How the hell is Andre's album gonna heal me? That's another thing, man. Listen, trendy. How is this a healing album? How? I'm asking the question. I'm not saying it's not. I would like to know, to people who are here saying this is a healing album. I'm not saying it's not. I just would like to know what makes it that, and who can utilize it for healing what. For all the people saying this is a healing album, okay, so tell me, that's one of your clients. What is it that they're going through? All right, and you're going to prescribe Andre 3000's album. Is this what we're saying? You know what I'm saying? As a psychonaut, as a shaman, as a healer, as a medicine man, I don't give a fuck. Y'all can check my resume. Out of all those things that I am, I'm not seeing how is it a healing album. I don't, matter of fact, let me be clear. I don't really know of a healing album. Now, when people say music heals, you know what? From what I heard, it sounds like American Indian music, but an example of psychonaut music to me is funkadelics. Now, see, this is what I mean when I say everybody's opinion is different. I can understand exactly where this person's coming from when they say to them, an example of psychonaut music is funkadelics, right? To me, that is way too much shit to hear on a trip. The funkadelics music is so involved that I would say this might be an album that psychonauts listen to for entertainment. So if that's the case, in my mind, I ain't heard it yet. The Andre 3000 album is an album that a psychonaut might listen to for relaxation. A psychonaut might listen to for release, for escape. How did it become a healing album, and what is it healing? I think that a lot of times, like, because I spoke on this a few years ago about how being on a healing journey is one of the most newest trendy things. Everybody and their mom is talking about being on the healing journey. And when I get clients and they come tell me they're on a healing journey, my first question to them is, what are you sick with? What disease or ailment do you have? And how will you know when you're healed? If you have cancer, you have cancer. And you'll know when you're healed when there is no more cancerous cells within you, right? If you have high blood pressure, diabetes, whatever illness, it's there's something going on, and you're quite aware of what it is that might be too much, not enough, broken, bad, whatever. And the way to know that I'm healed is when I don't have that disease no more. I don't have that ailment no more. My body doesn't operate like that no more. It doesn't shut down. You know what I'm saying? Those types of things to me insinuate healing or the need of. But what I'm seeing is a lot of people are just speaking about character growth and development or tapping into the spiritual realms. Those to me are not healing. As a medicine man, that's not something that I go, oh, you need to heal. Like, let me help you to heal. So these words and these ideologies by people who are unqualified, they always mixing all this shit up and confusing the goddamn on society. Got people out here thinking, oh well, something's wrong with me and I'm sick and I need this because I don't exercise or I don't do this. And now I got to listen to an Andre 3000 album because it will heal me. Like, what are we talking about? It's trendy. That's all. It's trendy. It's trendy. It's trendy. It's trendy. And I hate trendy. I hate trendy because it literally gets people to focus on things and say things that nobody can show and prove. Nobody can show and prove. That's why I always be like, I like to talk. I don't just, oh, I'm gonna type some shit, text it, and put it out, and then all of a sudden everybody's liking it, sharing it, like, hell yeah, hell. No. Explain that shit. What you mean? Explain that shit. How is it a healing album? So if my little niece is goddamn got sickle cell, I'm gonna put on Andre 3000. Is it gonna change the shape of her cells? Huh? Somebody has COVID and they come over and they're like, I need Cambo. No. You don't need Cambo. Let me throw on this new Andre 3000 track. Come on, y'all. Stop, man. Can we talk about it? And why y'all get mad at me when I want to talk about shit? You know what I'm saying? Why people be offended when I say this type of shit? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying don't, or you know what I'm saying, don't present this or don't think this or that. I'm saying, like, let's really think about what we saying and what we, because keep in mind, I'm saying this because of all the people I'm seeing talk shit about people that's saying, man, fuck the album, or I don't care about it, or I don't want to hear it, I want to hear bars. Oh, you still want to hear rap, and you just can't understand how he's elevated, and you don't have. Shut up. Somebody who's done more trips than me speak to me and tell me I'm wrong. I ain't looking for nobody who started out in 2020 to come and tell me, oh, you don't have the bandwidth to appreciate this album. You don't have the bandwidth to sit on the stage and even talk with me. Shut your ass up. Or if you do want to speak, then let's talk about it. Don't tell me what I don't have. Tell me what this is. Tell me why you say it is what it is. Tell me, show me where you can say this and show and prove it. Remember, I'm from the 5%, y'all. Show and prove. That's whenever I get ready to say something, I'm like, yo, if anybody come and say something about this, can I show and prove what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of us, if we took that ideology and made that the foundation of why we open our mouth over, oh, I'm just going to say some shit because it's trendy. I think that, you know what I'm saying, social media and education and conversation would be a lot better, because this is just a bunch of bullshit going on right now. And again, this is all my opinion. You don't like it, feel free to log off. You know what I'm saying? You like it, that's cool too. I ain't dropping facts. I ain't, trying to teach you motherfuckers none. I'm saying I'm hearing a whole lot of shit. Didn't this album just drop today? So I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck is everybody an expert on what this album is, what it does, and where you need to be. And if you not, then how you're not a psychonaut, or how you don't have the bandwidth to appreciate, you know what I'm saying, and how this is a healing. It's just a lot of shit that's just being said. And I'm just sitting here going, where are y'all coming from with all of this? Okay, Andre dropped a new album. You like it, fine. But to insinuate all the rest of this shit. This is why we have so many individuals who come in. Listen, I was scrolling today, and I seen a young lady saying some shit like, I'm done with the Psychonaut, the Psychonaut community. I'm done with the entheogenic community and the healing community and the spiritual community, because all of y'all is fake and everybody just be saying and doing. And what she said, I fell into the trap and I was here, and now I'm realizing that this is the worst place to be. And I was like, damn, she got caught up listening to the trends. Because that's how I feel. And I said that's why I have stopped presenting myself in the Psychonaut realm. I run the Psychonaut Academy in Detroit. So with that being said, can't escape that. But anybody who knows, you will be able to see that, wait a minute, he's been talking about healing and knocking out diseases and curing cancers and heart disease and diabetes and HIV and herpes and what about the plant medicine? What about the fungi medicine? What about yeah, it's enough people out here talking about it. I don't want to get caught up in the bullshit. I don't want to get caught up in the trendy shit. And that's why I backed up. I was like, I'm gonna let everybody see what's what. Give it a few years. No, no, no. Watch this. Hold on. Here we go. And there it is. And now you have people coming and basically like when we look at Woodstock back in the day, you had what they called the hippies, and then you had the people going, these motherfuckers that just be getting high and going through all of this, and they swear they're just so spiritual and just so this and just so that. I knew it was coming. I seen it coming. You know why? Because people was taking our spiritual culture and turning it into a trend. 2020 was the most trending psychedelic year that I've seen in my life. I was born in 79, so I had just came after the whole flower child, time frame. How to not be caught up in the trends. Easy. Don't. Like, basically, like, again, that's why I said I'm not in a hurry to hear the album. I wanted to hear Andre drop bars. And they were talking about, hey, he's about to drop a new album. It was 2 fucking days ago that they revealed that there's not going to be no rapping. It's going to be flutes and instruments. So at that point, this is what I'm saying. At that point, I became uninterested. How can I say I'm still interested in the album? Why was I interested? Let's ask everybody, why were you interested in, before you knew what it was, why were you interested in hearing the album? And I'll tell you, and every fucking thing that I would say about why I was interested has to do with that boy and his flows and how he spit and things he talk about and how his mindset, right? So once I heard there is none of that on the album, my question is, why should I be in a hurry to hear it? When I'll listen to the album, when I get to the realm where I need or want to hear some flute music, some instrumentals, some whatever type of music that he would qualify it as. So that's what I'm saying. Now, if there was people out here who was like, oh man, Dre album coming out, that's gonna be dope. And then they were like, hey, y'all know it ain't gonna be no rapping, it's gonna be instrumentals and flute playing and all that. And they go, oh shit, I play the flute. That's shit, wait a minute, that might be dope. Oh shit, I serve ayahuasca. That might be something I could play. Like, I could understand. But to the thousands of people who are like, y'all want to hear bars from Dre, and then they're like, oh, it's an album about flutes. Then how the fuck all of a sudden did I'm like, oh well shit, that's the next greatest thing. Like, nah, it wasn't. And that's to me where that's why I'm saying people are groupies. Like, which, as far as I'm concerned, ain't no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Kevin Gates fan. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, here we go. Lil Wayne, remember when he did How to Love? How to Love? And everybody was dissing him. And then like 2 weeks later, it was like, actually, this shit is kind of fire. This shit is kind of fire. That I was with them. That's what I'm saying. Is like, I'm gonna give you my real opinion. I ain't gonna be, oh, just because it's him, I'm gonna jump on who's Wayne knows. It was like, what the fuck? Are you singing? Like, man, get the fuck out of here. But then the second time you heard it, actually, this shit is kind of dope. And then I was like, shit, he need to do some more shit like this. It grew on me. I didn't jump on it. I wasn't trending. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It grew on me. And then I loved it. I was like, this is fucking dope. Actually, like, I feel some type of way I was dissing him at first. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing, is just, for me, it's just too quick. It's too fast. And that's why I'm saying this is all trendy. This is just groupie shit to be coming on and telling other motherfuckers, if you ain't feeling this album, then you ain't got no spirituality. You ain't feeling that. You ain't no Psychonaut. If you ain't, listen, if you are feeling the album, congratulations. The fuck? Like, I wanted to hear bars. So how not to be caught up in the trends is to not take part in them. Not take part in them, That's, and if you do take part in it, see how you feel about it. Fuck how everybody else feel about it. That's why I respected that person who was like, yo, fuck this shit, man. That's not what I want to hear. I listened to it. They literally listened to it. I listened to the album, and I'm here to say, man, he could have kept that shit. I wanted to hear bars. And again, I'm not saying I agree with them. I ain't listened to it. I ain't wanted to. It's just like I'm not no follower. I'm not no groupie. I wanted to hear bars. He ain't spitting bars. I will listen when I feel like hearing some fucking flute music. That's when I listen. When I feel like hearing some, instrumentals and shit. So I just was like, scrolling, and I just kind of was like, as the time went further and further and further, and I'm seeing more and more posts. It was like, first I was cool because it was like, oh, this album's fire. Oh, this is dope. This is this. And I was like, okay, cool. Then I started like seeing people like start to connect and say that it's this and it's that. And then it was like, all right, I mean, how? Like, it's a Psychonaut album. How? And it was kind of like, okay, all right, whatever. But then once I started seeing people actually talk shit about people who don't want to hear it or didn't like it or what, it's like, yo, stop it. Yeah, I think the shock value of it being no bars and the fact that he hasn't dropped any music in forever. I mean, yeah, I think it's the shock value of it being no bars and the fact that he hasn't dropped any music in forever, that, because I'm not sure it's the fact of those things that what, you know what I mean? Are you saying that are making people feel like that, or that are making people jump on it, or that is making it trendy? And, let's keep it 100. I think that was brilliant fucking marketing. That's what I think. Regardless of anything else. In my mind, oh, that was brilliant fucking marketing. I remember when about a month or two ago, who was it? It was Killer Mike or one of them brothers from the South. He was one of the first ones to tell us, yo, 3 Stacks about to drop an album. Fucking, we all went nuts. Like, wait, is this for real? Is this for real? So the anticipation was dumb. Then the day before, he came and was like, yo, I just don't want to, you know what I'm saying, play with y'all and shit. Just so y'all know, this ain't no bars. It's flute music. And it was like, the shock of that shit is like, wait, what? And I think that's what made a lot of people, I think the more people listen to it because of that, than if he would have just dropped the album rapping. And I promise you that. I mean that shit. I literally mean that. I think he caught more listeners off of that than he would have if he would have dropped the album with bars. I do not think we would have seen as many people responding. I don't think we would have had as many people. And that's, again, what I mean by the trendy shit. It's like, okay. So what is this? The greatest hip-hop album of 2023 and shit? Like, it's not a hip-hop album. It's an album of flutes. Yes, marketing strategies at its best. Facts. So shout out to 3K for that, because I'm sure he got his bread already. He got his bread. Day one, he got his. You know what I'm saying? Salute and shout out to the boy, So, but yeah, so with all that being said, I'm gonna say this to y'all. Be cautious of that going in on Iowa. Like, now I'm seeing a whole bunch of people, I'm gonna start playing this while I'm gatekeeping. I'm gonna start playing this while I'm giving ayahuasca. And I'm not. What the fuck? Like, wait, what? How did Andre 3000 become here? This is what you need to listen to while you going through, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's not. Keep in mind, I'm just saying if you ain't did it yours. Listen, this is what I mean by trendy. As far as I'm concerned, me personally, if I'm getting ready to go do some entheogenic, psychedelic, whatever, and I have a gatekeeper or ayahuasca or whatever these people that serve the medicines, and I'm getting ready to go to them in 2 days, and I read their posts today saying, oh, I'm about to put this into my ayahuasca ceremonies or my mushroom journeys. Me personally, listen, I'm not dissing nobody. This is me personally, as an individual who's been in these realms for over 15 years. Me personally, I would cancel my motherfucking trip. I'm not going to you. If you serve ayahuasca and I read today, oh, this is what I'm about to start playing when I'm serving ayahuasca, I'm not coming to your ayahuasca journey. Because I feel like you're just playing with me now. Like, how you gonna, why would you play that shit while I'm going through my trip? Have you listened to it? You and I can say no, because we do ayahuasca at night. So what you do? You do a couple of shots of ayahuasca this morning and listen to the album? Huh? Because if not, then why the hell are you gonna play that shit while I'm going through my spiritual journey? Who the hell made Andre 3000? Was you gonna play his rap album during my ayahuasca journey? Were you gonna play his rap album during my mushroom trip? Then what the fuck makes his album the album to listen to through my ayahuasca journey now? Cause it's flutes? Cause it's, listen, I know people play flute. I know, get their album first. Any of y'all, what's my man name? Jack of all trades. Jack of all trades. AKA, what was his name before that? Damn, I don't remember. Look up Jack of all trades on Facebook. Hit him up. He been playing the flute. He been a Psychonaut. If you ain't listening to his shit and going in on no, oh shit, I got a request for somebody to be in on the live. Let me bring him in. Oh, hell no. Nah. Wait, nah, let me not bring them in. Look, I'm excited. Opening Vessel. Bow. Wait, where'd they go? Opening Vessel. That's his name. Opening Vessel, a.k.a. Jack of all trades. The brother been playing the flute. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Welcome.
Peace.
You feel me?
Peace, family.
Well, go on. Ayahuasca is not to be made trendy, but people will market lack of knowledge and wisdom. No doubt. So yeah, talk to me, young lady. How you doing? First of all, y'all, this is Tatiana, aka Ife. I just smashed her a couple times, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, that's the mother of my children, y'all. Don't be getting it. We just playing here. What's going on, bud? I love you, my baby. Yeah. Talk to me, Taki. What you got to say about the subject, mommy?
Listen, I have not listened to the fucking album yet, first of all.
Okay.
So I don't want anybody to get in their feelings because I haven't listened to it. But one thing is, leave her alone. One thing is for certain is I've been finding it very interesting that everybody is just like, oh, you know, he's on a healing journey and he did ayahuasca. No, stop. He did ayahuasca and, you know, he made this for this or whatever. And this is definitely a journey album. And it's like, but maybe for you, but how are you saying that for everybody? You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, when you are going in on ceremonial things, especially like mushrooms, it's supposed to be silent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need anything to alter your consciousness and your awareness. And for my own personal beliefs, as a practitioner myself, you alter what your trip is and could possibly be when you allow for these different frequencies to be played in there. You're not getting the fullness of what you would have experienced if you would have done it in a different way.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've been seeing all of this, and I'm like, damn, like, you know, and it's like everybody just be always dick riding. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like, yes, okay, because Janae Aiko done had sound frequency music out for so long. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, everybody wasn't like, oh, I'm about to be playing this in a mushroom trip. It's like, yes, we do have these healing frequencies. Yes, we are excited that these artists are elevated and offering us something that is different than popping pussy on a handstand. Yes, I appreciate that as well. But calm the fuck down. Stop trying to put all of this shit in everything that we are doing. And this is why I don't like the spiritual conscious or medicine communities, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all be doing too much. Y'all be doing too much every time, all the time. Y'all don't never give things the opportunity to actually level out. As soon as something come out that seems to be in alignment with what you guys think that healing looks like, then y'all jumping on the bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? That's just like motherfuckers out here that done took mushroom trips one motherfucking times and now they gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all need to set the fuck down and relax. Allow things to simmer down a little bit and then come back and reevaluate it from a settled down space. Not a space of, oh, I'm so excited that this is out, and oh, I'm so excited, because that's all it is everybody is just really excited to have something new. Okay, and y'all gonna be just like the kid on Christmas, and once that motherfucking week is over, I'm not gonna hear anything else about it. Anything else about it. Nobody's gonna be saying anything else about it next week. Ain't nobody gonna be taking no more motherfucking trips next week.
Thank you.
Nobody's gonna be looking for no motherfucking ayahuasca no more after next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. And I had somebody in my inbox earlier, like, oh, do you know somebody that serves ayahuasca in this city? And I'm like, damn, now this nigga that don't want to take ayahuasca. This is like when Will Smith had people want to take ayahuasca. Well, I got a question. Do y'all want to be bent over too like Will Smith?
Oh!
Okay. Do y'all want to be back with your exes like with Shanti and Nelly? Like, goddamn, get out these motherfucking celebrities' business and stay in your own tax bracket. Deal with what you can deal with, and that's it.
Yep.
But that was all I had to say. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since we been on live together, so I was like, let me go on here, my baby live, and then you ain't answer the phone when I called you. So
oh, I didn't know you did.
But yeah, how you doing? What's going on?
Man, first of all, thank you for coming and dropping all that wisdom, because I'm like, you know what I mean? You know how I be drilling people like, it's like, boom. So when you, baby 7. So when you come and you kind of, you know what I'm saying? You give your responses and your thought is kind of like, all right, so I ain't the only one here. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, us being in this realms of the Psychonaut community and the healing community and the spiritual community.
Look at Rita talking about some hell yeah, you want to be bent over like Will? Is that what you hell yeah?
You know, because I agree, because my whole thing is, so if this is like everybody's saying this is Psychonaut music, this is the music to play for ayahuasca and all this shit, which is I disagree with. So are you telling me like in 4 years from now, when people go to do their ayahuasca, is Andre gonna be what's being played? You know what I'm saying? Is the album?
I don't. Listen. Okay. Our favorite medicine man. Tell us,
shout out to Chief Nighthawk.
Him and Anna did they motherfucking thing when they came to the music during ceremony.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't get out my room. Here, take this. Yep.
One of the songs on the album that I read was "Pussy coming off the tongue sounds so much better than the word vagina." Now, me personally, I agree. And me personally, I like pussy and I like talking about it, but in the midst of my ayahuasca or mushroom journey, that's not a fucking subject that I want to be dealing with.
This is how people find themselves in situations with these practitioners, and they end up getting sexually molested, you know what I'm saying, in these situations, because they are feeling like, they know what they're doing because they played, because Andre 3000 went through an ayahuasca ceremony, and now he got this album out, and so now, these people know what they're doing, and they playing this music, so they must be a qualified practitioner. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, you have to be careful with what everybody is saying that, oh, I'm about to be implementing this into my ceremonies. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is what we're really trying to say. We're not trying to really bash anybody about nothing.
No.
But we're really trying to get y'all to have an awareness of what's really happening right now. The oversaturation of what be going on within these communities when it comes to the medicine work. You're not actually going in it for the medicine. Y'all going in it for the hype. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And to be clear, there ain't shit fun about healing. There ain't shit pretty about healing. There's nothing fun and exciting about ayahuasca or mushrooms or any of these things. Those experiences be real intense. Personal. They be real serious. You know what I'm saying? They be real in depth. And it's like, y'all acting like this shit is just regular ass, I'm driving down the street smoking a blunt listening to Andre 3000. Like, if that's what you go do, then that's different.
Right.
But to actually say that I'm about to implement this into my mushroom journey, or I'm about to implement this into my ayahuasca journey, that shit is crazy.
It's crazy. It's some groupie shit.
I think that y'all just need to slow it down a little bit. I ain't talking none of that shit unless it's from one of y'all. Fuck that. Listen, you really have to be careful. I literally just had a conversation with somebody yesterday that said they had an experience in a Reiki session where somebody did some sexual shit to them. In a Reiki session. You can't even go get a healing session. So you mean to tell me you went to go get some Reiki done and this motherfucker started touching you in inappropriate ways? You don't even gotta touch nobody when you doing Reiki. What are y'all doing? So now you sit up here, you gonna listen to somebody that's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm playing that. Next thing you know, you gonna be pussy popping on the handstand because pussy sound better coming off the tub than vagina. Like what?
Man, they said they made it recreational. Exactly, yeah, man. Exactly.
It is. I mean, it's not ayahuasca is definitely not a recreational thing. I don't even know how you could even manage to do that recreationally. You know what I'm saying? And mushrooms, depending on how far you go, and it doesn't even matter. I'm not even gonna say that because whatever you need, no matter the dosage, your ass will get dragged.
That's right.
I don't give a damn if you take a
microdose.
You know what I'm saying? If you take a half of a 100 milligram, whatever it is that you need is going to come out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit might trigger you into something else. What if your ancestral lineage play harps and you up here playing flute? What that's gonna do to your psyche? What can that do to your body and your brain? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Until you get some type of experience, this is why we say you go on a mushroom trip in the darkness and complete silence, no electronics around you, period, at all.
Yeah.
So that you'll be able to get the things that your body needs, so that you can connect to whatever your ancestral lineage is, so that you can come back and be like, you know what? We're supposed to be listening to the drums.
Yeah. That's my ceremonial music. That's right. We're
supposed to be listening to a motherfucking guitar. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many different things, and it's like y'all not even connected to yourselves enough, and this is why y'all be so hype over shit and just falling down the fucking rabbit hole of not knowing what the fuck y'all doing with yourselves.
And then 2 years later, oh, this community's fake. No, you just kept fucking jumping into fucking trends. Ain't nothing fake about the goddamn community. You know what was fake? Was your dedication to your motherfucking self. Because you didn't have none. You just want to do what everybody said to do.
Hello.
As far as I'm concerned, everybody who's saying that this album should be listened to while you on mushrooms or ayahuasca, give me the vibes that these are the same people who are telling people I can gatekeep for you over Zoom. Have you heard about this new trend?
What?
I'm gatekeeping for you on Zoom. You're in Texas. I'm in Colorado.
That I'm safe on Zoom. What are you gonna do on that Zoom call when I get the fuck up because all of these voices is telling me to get up, and then I bust out all of my windows in my house and I stab my kids up? When I go get the knife, how you gonna stop me?
I think they're gonna call you.
No, we already on Zoom. What you gonna do? What you gonna do while I'm sitting there on Zoom with the motherfucking knife like I'm gonna kill myself?
On Zoom.
What you gonna do then?
Now watch this.
I haven't heard that one.
Oh yeah, this is a new thing. People are gatekeeping over the internet. And my whole thing about that is, so you mean to tell me you're gonna open up a portal to come through while I'm on my trip? People not even really. So about a year ago, they said that they had okay, hold on, let me see how. All right, that artificial intelligence now has the ability to tap into the what we would call entheogenic realm. Understand what you like? Do we understand what that means? Like, when you take mushrooms and ayahuasca, where you go to, they're saying that AI can now tap into that. So with that being
So
said,
I'm guessing that's because you have an electronic device somewhere around you for them to be able to analyze. Because all they've been trying to do all of this time is to be able to get into what it is that we're tapped into, our source energy. So you're going to allow for that open AI to be in your fucking. Oh, so you want to get snatched?
As if while we on Zoom, you're the only person that can tap into me. Do we really think Zoom
like y'all
has?
know that they be talking about listening to our phone conversations while we sitting there
And our thoughts.
Nigga.
But let me give you a direct linkage to my spiritual realms over the computer while I'm on 7, 10, 12 grams of mushrooms. See, this is what I be saying. This is why I be like, people just be talking and they don't have no knowledge, or excuse me, they don't have enough knowledge or enough experience to be saying the shit that they are saying.
Let me tell you, I remember the very first time when I took mushrooms, and you know when you come up and you start to feel the vibration of all of the devices that are in your house. You know what I'm saying? That electromagnetic field that comes off of the TV, that comes off of the microwave, that comes off of the toaster.
You start unplugging that shit.
The socket in the wall that comes out of the light fixtures. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, I was in that house losing I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe that it feels like it, and none of these devices are on.
Right. That's why we went and started unplugging shit.
They're not on. You know what I'm saying? But these devices, you can feel it because everything is energy. Everything is alive. You know what I'm saying? From that point on, I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are the organite devices? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are the organite devices? You sitting up here talking about you want to have a damn trip over Zoom. How are you protecting yourself? Do you even know what an organite device is? Do you know what you're trying to protect yourself from? And you about to sit up here and let this man that you don't know nothing about, that went on the ayahuasca trip, flute you through a damn ceremony. You better get out of here. And
that's another thing. People act like just because an artist or somebody did something that they're all of a sudden like supposed to be trusted. Will Smith did ayahuasca. A fucking 6 months later, he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock for his comedy routine.
Because he finally came to his real self. He was like, you know what?
Oh man, we done lost our caller. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to get on, kick it a minute. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the new shit that's trending, right? And so I'm leaving where I started. If you need 7 grams, so you can go on and do your entheogenic thing with this album, hit me up. Check out that Dark Side of the Moon. Outside of that, tell somebody you love them in the language they can understand it in. Peace.